Let's turn to business news now with Emil Donovan. Hi, Emil. The Super Fund. Goodness gracious me.
Yeah, the Super Fund. Basically, it's come out today that the Super Fund has approached the government with an offer to invest in and build the proposed light rail system up in your neck of the woods, John. Now, any such deal would be a partnership, as of course the Super Fund is not in the business of building and maintaining rail networks, but it has put forward a partner. It's a Canadian fund manager, CDPQ Infra, which actually helped to build and develop and still operates the light rail network in Montreal in Canada. Now, the big question here really, I guess, is why the Super Fund would be investing in light rail in Auckland. And look, the short answer is it's a big and important enough project to attract its attention. The fund has $38 billion at its disposal. The bulk of that is invested in assets overseas, shares mainly, but it does also have about $5 billion invested locally in among other things, Kiwi Bank and housing developments and things like that, and it is looking for other local projects to invest in. So clearly this looks like an attractive enough proposition for it to get involved with. So it'll be super interesting to see where this goes.
Yeah, super interesting. It's absolutely fascinating. Thanks, Emil. This is one that is going to make the rest of the country shake their heads with the fact that we are even mentioning it, but in Auckland, obviously, this is an issue. Auckland has cracked into a particularly undesirable top 10 list in terms of costs in this outrageously overpriced city.
That's right. That's right, John. This might not come as a surprise to many Aucklanders. It might not come as a surprise to you, even.
Don't make any judgments. Don't you make any value judgments about me, Emil Donovan.
You wear a suit every day, John, and I imagine you dry clean it. And you, living north of the Bombay Hills, pay, wait for it, the 8th highest price in the world for dry cleaning. This comes from the fabulously named 2018 Dry Cleaning Index. It measures the cost of dry cleaning a suit in cities around the world. Aucklanders pay on average $35 for a clean. That's compared to a global average of just a touch under $20. That puts you above New York, Paris and London, and sandwiches you between the fashion powerhouses of Vienna and Graz, which are both in Austria. Interestingly though, the top 5 cities are those places that we idealise as sort of Scandinavian utopias. We're talking Oslo, Helsinki, Gothenburg in Sweden, Aarhus in Denmark, and Zurich, which isn't in Scandinavia, but hey, you know, there you go. In fact, in Oslo, this is astonishing, you're going to be forking out $75 for a suit to get dry cleaned, which is just outrageous.
Yeah, it is.
But look, I mean, that's Norway. In the course of my research into the cost of living in Norway, I found out that a pint of beer, the average pint of beer at a bar costs $14, and a cappuccino is going to set you back $6.80. So I'm feeling pretty good about living in Wellington.
Yeah, go Welly, Emil. What did the markets do today?
The NZX 50 is up 25 points, that's 0.29%. It closed on 8619. And the dollar is buying 69.5 US cents, 93.5 Australian and 51.4 pence.
Thanks, Emil Donovan.